scarred but whole. May the Lord bless you and allow us to have a few minutes together with God. The Bible says in Genesis 41, verse 52, Joseph named his second son Ephraim because he said, God has made me fruitful in the land of my suffering. A friend shared with me a story about her friend's magnolia tree that had lost a branch while her children played around the yard. The loss of the branch left a scar on the tree trunk. And recently, my friend, while in that yard, she noticed a fragrant flower on the magnolia tree. The scar from a lost branch that had become less visible as the new branches had grown around the wound. It was a reminder, scarred but whole. Despite the mark, abundant life continued to flourish from within the magnolia. In today's text, Joseph understood this well. Sold into slavery by his jealous brothers, he suffered in the foreign land of Egypt. Yet God gave him wisdom and influence, and eventually Pharaoh placed him in authority over all of Egypt. Joseph married and had a family. When his second son was born, he named him Ephraim, meaning fruitful, because he said, God has made me fruitful in the land of my suffering. Despite everything, God in his faithfulness gave Joseph a new life and purpose, woven around the pain of history, scarred but whole. Perhaps you too have scars from the past: abandonment, misunderstanding, unresolved grief, sudden loss, marital failure. You may have felt the lack of empathy and love from those expected to protect you, leaving marks on your heart. Yet despite the pain, God's power to lift you up each morning to give you extra strength to dry your tears has never been limited. Understand that the Lord is not limited in your life, no matter the scars you bear. These wounds have nurtured a heart that God uses and will continue to use to offer flowers of compassion and strength to others. Flourishing branches of purpose are within you to bless and be blessed. God's work is not limited by your understanding. The broken parts of your story do not condemn you to remain broken. You are still God's beloved child, full of purpose for which He created you. Your scars are a living testimony of His loving care. They do not limit the work of the Lord to complete in you. So be strong. The Lord is with you and blesses you. I'd like to leave you with a promise in Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Have a blessed day, and remember, the wounds in your story do not go unnoticed by God. Take heart. Fragrant flowers can still bloom from your scars. Scarred but whole.